Hello, we are from Indreni. We're from Ireland. We're sitting here in just outside of Kathmandu in Nepal, and we're here for 1 week visiting the Indreni homes and schools. And I'm sitting here with Ramhari Kadka, the founder of Indreni, and Ian and Kevin from the Indreni Ireland team. So I'll be asking a few questions so you can learn more about the organisation. So maybe Ian, if you could tell us how you got involved with Indreni.
A friend of mine, Keith Maloney, came on a trek to Nepal and he met Ramhari, who was working as a guide. Ramhari was double jobbing at the time to earn money to take some children off the street. He had identified 3 at-risk children who were glue sniffing, and he wanted to take them off the street, and there was nowhere to put them. So we rented a room, and very quickly that was 5 or 6. He confirmed the number. And Keith came back from that trek, having met Ramhari, and said to me that he wanted to set up a charity. Would I join him in setting up a charity? So we did, and that was Indreni. Indreni means rainbow in Nepalese, so that's the logo, is the rainbow logo. And we set up the charity. Keith set it up and came out, himself and his mum came out the first visit and met Ramhari, and we then rented a house out here in Sundarijam, and from there it's grown. So lots more to the story.
And so Ramhari, tell us about first meeting Keith and how that happened.
So I met Keith in the trip to Mount Kailas, and he was like, I think that time Leah was still not born. That year she was still in the Tracy's stomach, and then we built the friendship up there, and then he's telling me what I was doing, and then I told him I was working as well as double jumping to get more money to support the charity. And then at the end of the trip, he was just giving his sleeping bag, watch, and everything to give it to the children. And then after 1 year, he was giving me email address, and after 1 year, he told me, like, he ordered me something for himself, and then he said, I have a company, we are giving money to Africa, $20 per child, and so I asked him if he can support 2 children in the beginning. That was Ravin and Srijana. So now Ravin is at the job and Srijana is married and have a child. So that was our first relation. Then afterward, he brought his families and he sent for volunteering, and then afterward he brought his friends, and then this is how our relationship continued, and it grew up so far as now.
Amazing. And maybe Kevin, if I could ask you, if you could tell us a bit about what Indreni is like today as you know it.
Indreni today is it's a regulated company. It's regulated under the Charities Act in Ireland. We're a limited company. Our accounts are filed in the company's office. So for anybody to go and look at the accounts, they will see that approximately 93% of all the income goes directly to Indreni, Nepal, and straight to the children. There are no salaries, there are no people's expenses. Every trip that we do, it's personally financed by anybody involved in Indreni. I'm quite proud of that fact, and we're quite proud of the fact that so little is taken from the charity. It all goes directly where it's needed, which is to Ramhari, who does his magic bed, looking after the kids.
This Ireland is our biggest sponsor, and they sent almost 75% of the fund to cover all the cost of the house, schools, and also sometimes other relief activities.
Amazing. And Dad, if you could tell us more about what it's made up of, how many children does Indreni fund, homes, schools?
So we currently have 50 children under our care. We have 2 homes that we own outright, and we divide the children between the 2 homes, boys and girls, The homes are within 50 metres of each other. And communal studying and play area. We've just built a new school, and we're presently occupying the first floor of that school, due to move into the second floor. It's a 3-floor school, which we cater for 1,100 children. And we started transferring children from our first school, which had 550 children in it. And all these pictures are on the website, and you can see the buildings I'm talking about. The new school is a phenomenal project, and it will bring us right into the 21st century in terms of facilities for children. We're presently finishing the funding for that, so we're getting there almost brick by brick and wall painted by wall painted. Very exciting. And we then support a number of schools in the mountain area of Sentali, which is about 60 miles from Kathmandu, where Ramhari is originally from, a village mountain 3,000 metres above sea level. And Ramhari walked on foot from there as a 10-year-old back into Kathmandu to begin his journey. So we've gone back out there, and we have a volunteer home in the village which has a fruit farm on it, and we've made a cooperative of that with the locals, and supporting the school there as well. We support teachers in the school. And then as we go back down the mountain, the other side of the mountain, we support another 2 schools that take our children from the first school into +2, so they can complete their education on the mountain. Previous to us supporting the first mountain school, you couldn't get educated on the mountain, you had to leave the mountain. So that's what we do in Indreni.
And one of the amazing things about Indreni is how the structure of it is now becoming more and more sustainable financially. Maybe you could talk a little bit more about that, anybody, maybe Kevin.
We are working on people's giving us regular contributions, monthly contributions. We're working on different events that we're going to hold for the charity. We've got some very exciting ideas going forward, maybe a lip sync dancing competition.
Who wants to do that?
And draws, maybe a draw for a charity, maybe a house, maybe a holiday.
And we also are part owners of the school as well.
So yes, we own
56%.
56%, so we're the majority owners of the school, and the children pay to come to our school. In some cases a nominal fee, but more than that, it's a sustainable fee. What we hope and know will in the next 2 years be self-funding, and will then start to contribute to the running of Indreni itself from profit from that. We grow our own vegetables, so everything the children eat is homegrown and pretty sustainable. So the only thing we're paying for food point of view are things like rice and stuff that we can't grow physically here. So in the context of being dependent on donation, Ran Hardy's dream, as he shared it with me and back along the years, was to be a fully funded and sustainable organisation. And the charity aspect then would be for individual projects, maybe capital expenditure on a working building or an industry building, something that has yet to be decided.
So if I understand it correctly, Indreni part owning the school means that local kids who have the means to pay to go to the school. It means that the Indreni children who are in the 2 homes can go to the school for free.
Yes.
And that also generates revenue
Yeah.
for Indreni to support the children
Yes.
under our care.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And then we also grow our own food.
Yeah.
That's in the homes as well.
So my idea is next 5 years we make little bit self-sustained, because everything is rising around the world. The price is rising. Money is falling down, and there are a lot of things that can affect. So in the worst case, at least children can go to school for free, or that's my aim.
Brilliant.
And they get fed.
They get fed and they can go for free education, so that we don't have fee to pay for them.
Amazing.
But since the idea was first conceived 17 years ago now, over 40 children have come through the system to be fully independently working and living outside of the home and providing, in most cases, for their families.
40 children.
42 children, I think.
Yeah.
The exact number.
And tell us a little bit about maybe one or two examples of those kids, where they ended up or what they're doing.
So now, for example, Ravin is teaching in the school and Milan is teaching in the mountain school. Prakash is teaching computer in the mountain school. And some children, they are abroad now. Sostani is in Australia, she is working there. And Gelu is in Japan, he is working there, sending money back home and supporting his family. And that's some of the good examples.
Amazing. Amazing, thanks. Is there anything else that you'd like to talk about that we haven't spoken about yet? About Indreni or the children?
About Indreni now, the German people is supporting the school, funding the schools up there. So that's a blessing for everyone. So that's also cutting our pressure up, because we are sending more than 75,000 euro a year. So that's a lot of money. So that's also helping us.
Fantastic.
So when Ramhari was saying that we provide 75% of the support, we are blessed to have people like our German friends. We have friends of Indreni in Taiwan who've supported the capital project at the school. We have supporters in Switzerland. We have supporters in Spain, and all supporters welcome. We have supporters in Ireland.
Yes.
Sean.
Yeah, also in the UK.
And in the UK.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, in the UK. So the idea of Indreni is an umbrella organisation, so that there is no, the same as we don't have salaried employees, we don't have people claiming the credit for anything that's happening. So we're delighted that our German friends have supported the running of the school in the mountain, which means we were then able to divert funds to put teachers into the schools further down the mountain.
And then also we are doing teacher training to enhance the education better.
Yeah.
Because that's also money coming from Ireland, and it is giving very good result out.
We've had some phenomenal corporate support, companies like Broadlake in Ireland, and their companies have been tremendous supporters, and companies like Cairn in Ireland have supported our teacher initiative for the last 2 years. So we have teachers training in a whole new modality of junior education, which means that the children entering school level are getting world-class training from the very outset. So our corporate sponsors are incredibly important to us and have been a mainstay of keeping the special projects going through the last number of years.
Yeah, and then also Swan, the new growth from Ireland, they are working with this plantation project up there, and also they are bringing better life to the family by giving the animals to them, and then by giving seeds, and that's Sitaram is handling that now.
So that's the new growth. They are the initiators of the cooperative in Sintali village, which is fantastic. So it means that the locals are learning how to do sustainable farming.
So like they give goat this year, and then next 2 years they will bring young goat and give it to other farmers. So in this way they can increase their status of economy.
And maybe one last question. What has been the most inspiring or satisfying aspect of being involved with Indreni for both of you, all of you?
Meeting me. I think when the in came in, I had my life better. because he was fully trusting on me, and he was letting me work as I wanted, and I was never interfered, do this, do that, So it's like more than friendship, our relation is, and then it was good to have him. And most inspiring things for me is now to see children from child to now how much they have achieved.
Amazing.
And that keeps me gives me a feeling of working more,
Harry is an inspiration in and of himself. He has done amazing work. He has brought his family in around this. His wife has been fantastic. His brother has been fantastic. His 2 children have been amazing. And to see the growth of the children in all ways, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, all needs are catered for. It's like a family. We have purposely kept the numbers at a level where it can be like a family, so it's not an institution. And the inspiration I was to see our children growing, marrying, having children, being supportive of their own families. We have children in Taiwan, we have children in Japan, we have children who've gone to Australia, we have children heading to the States. So they're spreading the word and the good feeling that they've had in Indreni right around the world. And that's inspiring to see that happening. And it's brilliant for our children currently in Indreni to see that that is possible.
How about you, Kevin? What's been the most inspiring or enjoyable or satisfying aspect?
We bring groups out to Nepal and to meet some incredible, wonderful, giving people. Every single time it just amazes me how good people are when they come. They all want to get involved and they all want to contribute to the school, and they meet Hari, and Hari, as he had said, is an absolute inspiration. He's just a ball of goodness, just aimed, focused totally on enhancement of children's lives, and to see that happening in front of your eyes. So every time we come out, and it's been a little gap since I've been here, and COVID was the gap, unfortunately, but the changes that he's made in that short space of time is incredible. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. And the goodness is mind-blowing. And all the children just seem to feed off that, and their happiness and their smiles. That's the reward. That's the reward. Just to actually see that, we're in the background, but it's amazing.
So thank you all.
Thank you.
Thanks from Harry, and thanks for watching. And if you'd like to support, you can reach out to us. Our email address is on the site, or directly to Ian or myself on LinkedIn or on Instagram. We'd be happy to have support from anywhere in the world to continue this amazing journey. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.